She remembered the drive east. She remembered the 6 hours she'd spent staked out in the snowy woods behind Victor Greco's remote farmhouse. She remembered making her move, disabling the alarms, breaking into the house. She remembered getting shot. She remembered shooting back. And she remembered every grisly moment that followed when she'd gained the upper hand on Greco. Everything after that was a blur. An anguished moan escaped her dry lips. God, she was thirsty, but the water bottle on the nightstand was so far away, miles and miles away. She shifted on the bed, attempted to sit up, but that only resulted in another wave of crippling agony, followed by a round of shivers that made no sense because her body was on fire. She gave up and sank back on the firm mattress. Images from the past 48 hours circled her tired brain like a school of sharks. Henry in the hospital. Henry pale and dying. That bastard Greco and his empty black eyes as he'd sat there tied to the chair, refusing to talk. But she'd made him talk. She'd broken the Siberian wolf. Broken him. He might have taken the first shot, but she'd had the last laugh. The final victory. No, not final, because it wasn't over. It wasn't goddamn over. Orlov, she mumbled. Just saying the name out loud took a physical toll on her, made her abdomen throb with pain. She hated this, hated feeling weak, hated being powerless. God, where was Isabel? Had she even called Isabel? She had no idea what was real anymore. Tired, so fucking tired. And hot. She'd been stuck in this sauna for hours and hours and hours. Juliet whimpered and began clawing at her clothes, but her hands felt like 2 lead pipes, and she couldn't seem to lift up her shirt. Eventually, she stopped trying and lay there, soaked in a pool of sweat, her eyes unable to focus and her body devoured by flames. She must have passed out because the room was dark when her eyes opened again. No light seeped through the crack in the drawn burgundy drapes. Her mouth was so parched she felt like someone had stuffed a bag of sand inside it. Water. She needed water. It took every ounce of strength she possessed to grab the bottle on the night table. Her fingers trembled as she twisted off the cap. She managed to bring the plastic bottle to her lips, managed to take 1 sip, 2, before her lead pipe hands failed her and the bottle slipped from her grasp. The cold sensation that washed over her chest was welcome. She nearly moaned in delight, but before she could appreciate the respite from the flames, the shivers came in full force. When she blacked out the second time, it was not because of the fire, but the ice. Minutes, hours, or years later, a voice lured her back from the darkness. Juliet! Had she turned on the television? She didn't know where the voices were coming from. Juliet! Panic spiraled through her, briefly overshadowing the blistering agony. The voice knew her name, and big warm hands were grabbing at her. Her instincts kicked in, years of training taking over and giving her a burst of strength she hadn't thought possible. Her fist shot out, connecting with something hard. A muttered expletive filled the air. Settle down. It's here to help. Name is Val. Ethan sent me. The voice kept fading in and out. Her head hurt so bad she wanted to tell her attacker to shut up, just kill her and get it over with. Let's take a look at... He was muttering in Russian now, but she couldn't make out the words, and suddenly she was being rolled over, an action that brought a streak of excruciating pain to her side. Infection. Giving you a shot of... Something pricked her arm, but she was too tired to strike out again. Really got yourself in a bind, didn't you? That's it. Lie still. All right, just going to take out these stitches and clean you up. Then I'll stitch you up again. When those male hands touched her wound, she passed out like a light.